He was ABB's Best Employee of the Year and the first Indian nominee for the Strategy Fellowship Program.
As a project director, I have been, leading many projects ranging from, say, for example, 100, K US dollar to 100 million US dollars. Part of the very first, I would say, patent filing in India for the organization.
How and when did you develop an interest in ESG and corporate governance?
In the business world today, ESG is no longer a choice, but a necessity. An exception, an expectation from both the sides, I would say, from the customer and from the investor as well.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. My name is Tanay Ol, and I'm an anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry veterans to come together to share their knowledge, ideas, thoughts, and best practices with one another, as well as with upcoming industry leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings of all our industry stalwarts. We hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leader interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone, right? They help us to identify, nurture, and work on trade secrets that have already proven a success formula for so many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such highly acclaimed name on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Jignesh Pandya. We welcome you on the show, sir.
My pleasure, Tanay.
With over 2 decades of expertise in project management, business operations, and commercial excellence across a range of sectors, including manufacturing, IT, and consulting, he is a corporate seasoned professional. He is an enterprising leader and manager adept at driving commercial operations, P&L management, and execution excellence. His career journey is marked by progressive leadership roles in reputed organizations. At Xylem Water Solutions India Private Limited, he has served in various capacities, including General Manager and Director of Commercial Operations, culminating his 13-year-long committed services in the capacity of Project Director. He has received praise for his outstanding work and leadership. Montero recommended him for the Emerging Market Leadership Acceleration Program 2020 to 2021, and the CTO and MD of Xylem awarded him the PIN Award for his proactive recommendations. He was ABB's Best Employee of the Year and the first Indian nominee for the Strategy Fellowship Program. So, sir, could you provide a brief overview of your career trajectory and key milestones over your career journey?
Thank you, Tanay, for having me. It's a pleasure to talk to you as well, and thanks for my introduction as well. After completing my post-graduation in engineering, Tanay, I started my career with ABB and moved on to ITT, that subsequently became Xylem as the global water business spun off and became Xylem actually. So practically, this is my second job in my 2.5 decades of, I would say, professional career. Primarily working with the companies that is vital for infrastructure technologies. So I have always been working with the companies who are providing technologies for vital, I would say, national infrastructure like power, irrigation, industrial and municipal water and wastewater, etc. So my initial journey, started as R&D, product development, product, management and technology scouting. In the later part of the same leg, I was responsible to grow and manage the technology center at ITT and then Xylem as well. I transitioned to business, as a leadership role, and since then have been responsible for leading various critical functions, for the organization. Have been spearheading many initiatives, functions, process establishment within the organization, and have been part of the leadership team all across more than a decade now. I have been leading project execution, project management. I have also been looking after end-to-end inquiry to order and order to remittance commercial operations. Also have been part of large project management execution. In between, I also was part of, I would say, leading the operations at the plant and product localization as well. As a project director, I have been, leading many projects ranging from, say, for example, 100, K US dollar to 100 million US dollars for the organization. And there has been many, first that I was part of and led the team to introduce certain projects in India for various organizations. For example, I have been part of the very first, I would say, patent filing in India for the organization. I have been part of the very first largest vertical turbine pump and metallic volute pump installation and commissioning in India. Have been part of and leading the team for one of the world's largest, pumping station installation and commissioning at Kaleshwaram. That has been a flagship project for Telangana state as well, and it attracted many, national press as well. All this while, I have also been fortunate, to enhance my professional skills through various trainings and certification programs like Black Belt in Lean Six Sigma. Also, I would say I have been certified from Virginia University on project planning and management, and also have been part of many leadership skill development program, and I have been part of strategy fellowship program, to name the few, Tanay.
So how have your roles evolved at Xylem Water Solutions India Private Limited, and what were your primary responsibilities in each position?
I have been blessed in my career to, get opportunities that allowed me to push myself out of comfort zone time and again, Tanay. Have got an experience and exposure to be in the background when I was working with the technology scouting and the, I would say, technology management, and also have been in forefront to serve the customers as well, in the capacity of commercial operations leader and a project execution and operations leader as well. So this is one of the reasons that I remain excited about what I do and contribute to the organization all this while. So that's has been the, I would say, the cornerstone of my professional journey. My journey with Xylem started as a project manager, and I moved up the ladder, to head functions like project execution, commercial operations, plant operations, and recently I have been responsible for product management and localization and services business as well. As far as the responsibility goes, Tanay, as a project director, as I mentioned earlier as well, was responsible for leading the team to execute, I would say, project from order to remittance. The entire cycle is something that I was looking after. One of the highest revenue generating, business for the organization in the field of, I would say, irrigation, power, municipal water, and wastewater, and also the smart cities arena as well. As a commercial operations leader, my role was to support and assist sales team for complex project contract formulation, supporting sales team for the formulating the contracts and making sure that there is a win-win contract in place for the customer and for the organization as well. As an operations director, I was responsible for plant operations, manufacturing activities, and during my tenure, I was happy to be part of, the expansion plan within the premises that accommodated new product assembly line as well. Currently, I'm leading the project management function and also the services business, where organization is pitching in as a new entrant, but we are looking forward to serve our customer closely with offerings of our world-class services as well. Tanay.
So which of your accolades or recognitions do you cherish the most, and why?
Well, there are many awards, recognition, and accolades, that I have received in my professional journey, Tanay. And as all of them are, very close to my heart, it's very difficult to choose one of them. But then certainly, I mean, one thing that I recollect and that comes to my mind is the one that recognition that the team got for completing one of the toughest exhibition project in Run of Kutch for the Kutch Branch Canal of Narmada project, where we had accomplished the pumping station. And that pumping station was supposed to be inaugurated, by the state chief minister, and that was a very successful project that eventually brought Narmada water to the extremes of Run of Kutch as well. So before the inauguration, of course, after the inauguration, we did get a lot of recognition, for the execution. But then just before the inauguration, when we were doing the trial runs for, the pumps, when the water was flowing in the canal, I could see many local people, jumping with the joy, and in fact, some of them plunging into the canal as well. And one of the locals just came up to me and said that in his almost 4.5, 5 decades of his life, he has never seen this quantum of water, and they are really, really happy to see, and they gave a lot of blessings to us to bring that water over there. So that was something that really touched my heart, and I felt that whatever we are doing is really making certain difference to the lives of the people in one or other corner of the world. And that recognition really stayed, and I cherish that till today, and which is very close to my heart, Tanmay.
So how and when did you develop an interest in ESG and corporate governance?
Well, since my early days, Tanay, in the corporate world, I have been closely seeing the positive impact of social, on society and the project that we execute, implementing, I would say projects, keeping environmental, social, and governance values central to the execution. It's mutually beneficial proposition for the customer, society as a large, and a company when projects are implemented, through ESG proposition. It really unlocks and creates higher value for all the stakeholders, as we all know that. In the business world today, ESG is no longer a choice, but a necessity. An exception, an expectation from both the sides, I would say from the customer and from the investor as well. So by proactively, I would say accepting ESG principles, business can drive their competitive advantages, as we all know, attract investors, engage customers, and support, their long-term sustainability objective as well. I have firsthand experienced this, and that's how I started developing more and more interest towards, ESG and corporate governance. And started very early to implement those, I would say, sustainability perspective into our project execution as well, which naturally were, touching the, I would say, grassroots level because of irrigation, water and wastewater management that we do. So this was something that actually drew me close to understand the importance and, I would say the difference that ESG and corporate governance brings in, to the individual and to the corporate as well. As a business leader, and I would say corporate governance is an important aspect, and it also helps you understand some nuances like I would say risk management, financial discipline, collaboration, how to be a team player, improve decision making, and also many more such kind of attributes that comes out when you try to embrace ESG and corporate governance. So understanding corporate governance helps you to become a complete, I would say, professional. And I look forward to keep learning on this as we go forward, Tanay.
So as an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
Well, as I mentioned, Tanay, ESG really comes naturally to me as a part of the project products and the market that we serve and deal with. Which are directly, related to environmental sustainability and, I would say governance. As stated earlier, ESG unlocks higher values to the company and to the individuals as well. And as an expert on ESG and corporate governance, I would say I can actively support in some of the, I would say below domains, but not restricted to that. The one, of course, is the, help improve the top line growth for the organization. Streamlining of supply chain and cost reduction is the another, I would say aspect. Help better comply with the regulation and, I would say the legal requirements as well is also an important aspect of, of ESG that you bring on table for the organization. Also, as a social responsibility, enhancing employee engagement, retaining high, caliber and high performance talent, and improve the productivity is also something that, I could contribute in on the organization, and also develop a very comprehensive risk management ecosystem for the organization is something that I bring. And also, of course, not last but the least, investment and asset optimization is something that, is also very, very, very important for a corporate governance expert to contribute for in the organization. Tanay.
So what are some changes in your industry do you expect to see with the advent of IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, cloud, digital twin, big data, and Web 3.0?
Great question, Tanay. In fact, thanks for bringing this up, because this is something that is going to really disrupt the market the way it is right now. If we look at I would say the weather scenario and the global warming and extreme weather conditions, which are putting a lot of stress on infrastructure, especially on the urban infrastructure. Hence, the resilience and reliability of this infrastructure has become very key for the urban living, actually, to be very specific. Infrastructure that is resilient to climate shocks is the priority across the globe for all the, I would say, town planners and, the urban utilities as well. And this upcoming technologies of IoT, digital twin, big data, etc., are really helping build that resilience into the system by accurately modeling and simulating those extreme conditions, and also predicting and anticipating how those sudden overloads on the system due to the sporadic spike in the erratic weather cycle can bring in. So you can accurately model and simulate those conditions and see that how resilient your infrastructure is to counter and cater to those kind of extreme life-threatening conditions. In fact, to give an example, with the help of digital twin and advanced machine learning, artificial intelligent algorithms, you can now simulate extreme heavy rains, and then resultant surge in your storm water, flowing through your piping network and your wastewater management networks can be easily simulated. And, you can also prepare the what if scenarios in terms of routing, rerouting, and redistributing those, flood waters, just to make sure that, there is a minimal or no breakdown of the infrastructure during those life-threatening conditions as well. So that's one example how, I would say IoT and I would say machine learning and the digital twin can help you. Another example is the Industry 4.0. We all talk about that, in the manufacturing sector these days as well. So with advent of integrated, intelligent, I would say IoTs and encompassing set of technologies and the industrial processes, I would say that, we are seeing in the manufacturing these days, encompasses all those technology to make sure that your manufacturing is having more productivity, less of I would say the waste, and also making sure that the known value add functions are minimum in the system as well. So those are some of the examples that you can get in terms of these new technologies that are coming up, Tanay.
So we're building a community here of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. What are your thoughts about this initiative taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
No, I mean, Indian industry and their boardrooms are maturing and are now open, to and value the importance of cross-pollination and industry agnostic experiences as well. Diversity of experience and opinion is welcomed and appreciated now than ever before in the corporate world of India, and of course the boardroom as well. Knowledge sharing community and values of learning from different domains are encouraged. Initiative taken by Mr. Zishan and Mr. Heval Mehta is very commendable. Corporate governance, world specifically in India, is really short of talent and is evolving and maturing fast. WDC providing the platform for individuals to connect and grow in this industry leading initiative is very commendable. I really wish the entire WDC team a very best for great success and glittering future. I hope WDC continues to mentor and help individuals to fulfill their corporate governance ambitions as well. Thank you, Zishan.
Great, sir. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will truly inspire future leaders. Thank you so much once again for joining us today, sir, and wish you the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you, Tanay. I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation, and I look forward to the opportunity as well. Thank you, Tanay.
Pleasure is all ours, sir.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.